The dog's supposed to be in the house.
Welcome to Cocktail Hour with Coop. I am Liz from Arrow Acres, my sister Leanne. We are at our parents' alpaca farm, Arrow Acres Farm in Wall, New Jersey. And it's called the Coop because it was an old chicken coop, for those of you who are new here. So it's our little farm store where we sell alpaca products.
Oh yeah, for those of you that have never watched before, I never
there are
think
some
about
new
that.
people.
There are, and when I watch new podcasts, like new to me, they're not new. I like when they say, if you've never been here before.
So we're on the porch.
Yeah, this is our, so I live here, she lives across the street, our parents live behind here. We're in the middle of the farm and all the alpacas are around us. But they're all hanging out in their barns by the fans right now because it's hot. Because we were going to set up so you could see them, but I think maybe we'll do video maybe later and throw that in there. But this is where the store is and this is where we hang out. It's kind of like a clubhouse. And when you come out here, you're out here for hours.
Yes.
And last weekend, you were not here.
Nope.
And Saturday, I was burned out and tired and just tired. And if I come out here, then I'm out here for hours and I get nothing done in the house. Then I have to do it on Sunday, like housework. So I was like, I'm just gonna do house stuff and hang out, whatever. And then Dad calls me and he's like, you around? Can you come out here? And I was like, of course. My dad asked to come out, you go out. Because I have something for you. I have an early birthday present for you. I was like, what? So he gives me the fly tying magazine.
The week before we were talking about.
I can't even tell you how darn excited I got. And he really got me out of my funk. Then he got out all the old fly tying stuff.
So when we were little kids, he taught us how to tie flies.
For fly fishing.
And we loved it. And we're a very artistic family.
It makes sense now. Like, oh, and like all the little thread and the thing and the feathers and oh my gosh, ridiculous how much fun I had. And I was out here for hours. Well, people were coming and shopping. And the funniest thing was, because where we live, we're not really in a, like, I feel like there's not a lot
We're not in a farmy area.
No, we're not.
We're in like a upper middle class, for the
Beach.
most part, beachy, city workers. We live an hour from New York, an hour from Philly. So like, we have a lot of people who work in the cities.
Yeah, not a lot of like fly fishermen walking through. So, do you know, like a man walked in, he did it as a kid. He's like, oh, he knew all the lingo. Another guy came in, they were like, oh, looking through the stuff. And I'm like, who knew? And then they got talking to Dad.
Smell, it all has a funky smell.
Because it's got that like glue and the wax. It was so exciting. So anyway, I was out here for hours and then it was cocktail hour and then I started drinking.
Well, I just said to Nick, I was like, all right, I'm going to the farm. I'm going to record a podcast. It shouldn't take too long because we don't have too much to talk about. He goes, yeah, okay.
Well, Rick told me he was going to meet an old friend that he used to work with tonight for dinner. I was like, perfect. I mean, we already had this on the calendar, but well, we didn't have this on the calendar, but we have Zoom tonight for Patreon. We've been trying to double up those. It's been working out well. Sorry if the dog barks. Oh, he's in the house and he can see me through the window because the screen's.
No, he's outside.
Oh, he's outside. All right. Well, anyway.
So it's spring break. I hope you had a nice Easter and a nice Passover. For those of you who celebrate those. If you don't, I hope you're having a nice spring. We have nice weather in New Jersey right now.
I need to fix my chair. I'm like turned. We had beautiful weather and we were just saying, I like the warm weather, but my body, I like fall and winter clothes.
Too pudgy and white. I need a tan. And then I'm okay.
I had that on. I wore it all day.
Yeah.
And I took it off because I'm whatever. I know we shouldn't care, but.
I was in Vermont all week and we had snow. And Nick and the boys went skiing and snowboarding. And I did not.
Good thing. No
I have a funny video of the boys. Well, I shouldn't show the one. So the boys went sledding. We stay at Mount Snow in Vermont and we stay on the mountain and the trail next to the house. Like we have a private trail and then a main trail, but the lifts were closed because they're low on workers.
Oh.
Because it's the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
So there were only like a few lifts open. So anyway, so the trail was closed. So I was like, well, let's go sledding, right? Nobody's skiing.
I saw some of it in your shared album.
Yeah, I didn't share the one. Oh. So the boys climb up, and in the background is where I hurt my knee. And they start coming down, and we're like, of course Wade is gonna veer off the side of this trail and nail us. Like we were so far off to the side, and here comes Wade, and he's spinning, and he's spinning fast, and we're yelling, bail, bail! He tried to slow himself down with his foot and it got snow in his face so he couldn't see and he couldn't hear us and he was going so fast and he was heading straight for a pole. a little pole, but it was a pole. And Nick ended up Nick and Sunny tackled him to stop him basically. Everybody was fine. Nobody got hurt. But the video looks like he may have gotten hurt. But he didn't. He didn't get hurt at all.
Well, the funny thing, I had to laugh. I have an album on my phone that we do the vlog every month for Patreon. So I'll record videos, and then when I record it, I throw it in my whatever the month is vlog. And she gives me some, but they weren't going through. And I said, let's do a shared album. I know there's a way to do it. She figured it out. So now she can put them in there, and then they're all on my phone and whatever, it's easy. But something was going on with our phones while she was in Vermont. We couldn't send pictures. I couldn't. She couldn't. No one could.
My kids
my kids couldn't either, and they weren't even here. One's in Massachusetts and one's in Pittsburgh. Nobody could get pictures. I don't know what happened with iPhones the other day. So I'm like, just put it in this shared album. Well, she was sharing with me that she had an allergic reaction and she was covered in a disgusting rash. And I'm like, oh, there.
I deleted those from the shared album. You're not putting them in
and then I was talking about Garrett, and you're like, put in the shared album. Our shared album's going to be this weird mishmash. Rash.
I got a new koozie at the Big Moose Deli, which isn't even in Vermont. It's in Hoosick, New York, but I love it. But smell it. It smells like the Big Moose Deli.
I've never been to the Big Moose Deli.
I know, but you can smell that smell. It's a country store.
It is a country store.
You can smell that country store.
It smells like candles and potpourri and stuff.
Like a country store.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to get going?
I got stuff.
All right.
I only have one.
I have one FO, and I have nope. I have one FO, 2-ish whips, a brand new whip, one that's I don't know if it's worth showing, and the other one's it's still going. So I don't know what you want to start with.
I have one whip.
All right. Well, can I start with my finished object that I'm so excited about?
Yes. I'll sit back and relax.
All right. I think I showed part of it on the last podcast.
Yes, you did.
It's finished. This is my Spark Cardi by Andrea Mallory, and I love it. And of course now it's 87 degrees.
Too hot.
But I'm gonna put it on and show you. Oh, I never took pictures of me in it.
We gotta do that.
Hold on. All right, ready?
Yeah, you can come right behind, and then you should be able to see it. They're heavy chairs.
Okay.
I love it.
I love it so
I love it
much. Okay.
Cascade 220.
Yep.
Is your cream.
Yep. So this is by Andrea Mallory. It is the Spark Cardi. It's a $9 pattern. It's worsted weight yarn. I used Cascade 220.
Oh, I hear the golf
Here
cart.
comes my dad. The color is Utopia Helix DK, but it's a heavy DK, and it worked out just fine.
Right?
Garden Gnome colorway.
Comes Grandpa.
Hey, you got? Oh, I don't need more ice.
Is this for flies?
New head cement. The other stuff was dried up. We were just talking about it because it was 35 years old. 35 years ago, at least, I did that. Maybe more. No, 30.
I'm only 38 and I did it a lot.
It's 30-some years ago.
I was probably 5 when I did it a lot.
I got the magazines. We talked about it. It was very exciting.
Good.
All right, Grandpa's on feeding duty. What's your saying?
That was our father.
The golf cart sound means Grandpa's coming.
He's feeding. What's wrong with the what water?
Shed 1 waterer is not. We have a water pressure issue.
Oh, farmy stuff. Okay, so anyway, back to my Spark Cardi. Okay, so I had 2 skeins of the Utopia.
And it was enough. You were
Lenni.
nervous.
I contacted them to see if they had enough. They did. I didn't even use the whole thing. It's knit in the round, bottom up. You do the sleeves first, which I have to say was the best thing because
No Sleeve Island.
No Sleeve Island. And you're excited still because it's new, you know? And watching the colors change, it's so, look at it. It's so pretty. Can you see it? I love it. All right, and then you steek it, cut it, then you put your collar on, then you make your belt loop. I feel like the belt took me longer than the sweater. And then the only modification I did was where I put my belt loops, right? Where did it say? Like it said
So
like,
it wanted you to like space 4
there.
out. It wanted like in the middle of the back
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But on our Zoom
yeah, we did a Zoom on the day of the knitting
with
for
Patreon.
food.
Oh
We
yeah,
just-
yeah, Valerie. With
Valerie's.
Valerie and Aquila.
Yeah, so we
And
decided.
Valerie suggested just do 2 under the arm to give it support.
Yes.
So lift your arm up. So you can see there's 2 right there. So
Yeah.
they're little I cords.
Yeah, you just sew them on.
And
And
2 under there.
And I'm going to tell you, I wore it immediately. It's been cold, not today, but I haven't even blocked it.
Really?
Never even blocked it. Doesn't even need it. I've also slept in it. It's so cozy. So anyway, that's my Spark Cardi. I'm very excited. This is my Rhinebeck sweater for next
Will
year.
you make another?
No.
No?
Nope.
You wouldn't make another one in totally different colors?
Nope. I don't like knitting more than one.
Oh my gosh, I make the same thing over and over and over
No.
and over and over and over
No.
and over again.
Plus, it's expensive.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean-
but you could use anything.
I mean, this color was $32 a
Yeah.
skein.
how many white
Isn't
skeins?
it crazy?
How
But
many white skeins did you use?
not as many as I thought. I have a lot left over. I had 4 left, so I used 6. I used 6 skeins.
So 8 skeins total for the whole sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could do that affordably.
Oh yeah, you could.
You could, yeah.
But you know, the color, the yarn changing the colors is so pretty. I don't know if it was 32, but it was at least.
Yeah.
It was
probably.
But I got it Rhinebeck last year, and I saw on their Instagram, Utopia Farm, they have their sheep. They were just doing all their shearing and all the cleaning and all the skirting. So you know what? And I didn't know that when I bought it from them. And now I was like, I'm really happy
Yeah.
that I have yarn from them. They look like, it looks like a family business. It looks like kind of like us. So that's my whip. I mean, my FO, whatever.
I have a lot of finished objects, but they're like, I want to talk about my whip first, I think. Actually, no. I'm going to talk about a farm girl shawl, which blah, blah. I know I always talk about farm girl shawls. But the Woolly Thistle, I don't know if you know them, yarn shop in New
Well,
Hampshire.
you know what? I have to say, I watch a podcast. I'm not going to name it here. I enjoy her very much. But she talks about the same pattern that she designed every single podcast. I'm like, okay, we know all about it.
Yeah.
But
But this
this
one
is...
is for a reason. I wasn't going to show you, but
I made my 3,000.
yeah,
Farm girl
basically.
shawl.
So the Woolly Thistle is having a make along. They have a knit along and a crochet along for shawls. Starts end of June.
Oh, they're doing knitting too?
Oh yeah, there's a knit one and a
Oh,
crochet
okay.
one. So knit along, crochet along, shawls, and shawl cowl, and they suggest a couple patterns for you. I don't believe you have to do those patterns.
Oh, they
but
just
you
suggested
sign up for
them?
email. Yeah. So they suggested one of mine, and it was the Farm Girl shawl, and I had just finished it, which was pretty. I just thought it was kind of funny coincidence. So what I wanted to say is, if you want to join their make along, this was a stash buster. So
I like the colors a lot. They're really
I
cool.
have, this was from Lara, from Miss
Oh,
Babs,
yeah.
the Rhinebeck colorway last year. This was just stuff I had in my stash. This is Feederbrook. This is alpaca. So it was literally just stash busting. And I just think the colors are kind of fun. And I am going to fringe it with the turquoise. I have enough to turquoise fringe it.
Nice.
So I think that'll be fun. So if you do want to join their make along, you don't have to go buy any yarn for it if you have stash. And this is a mixture of DK and light worsted.
Yes, yeah.
Yep,
I made one once.
you did. Anyhow,
I'm a knitter, she's a crocheter, and I have learned to crochet, and I made a farm girl shawl. It's my only crochet thing I made.
yeah.
But I love,
I gotta
those
put buttons on it.
stupid granny squares flower
Well, that
blankets.
so that
I don't know if I would enjoy making it though. Oh, I just
make
love
one.
them.
Well, so I have been giving lessons at the farm lately, and I have a woman who said, "I have a pattern. I just need help." I said, "Sure." She goes, "I have the yarn. I have everything. You got it." So she came, and it was the, what was it, Lazy Daisy Days, or
Oh, I don't
Lazy
remember.
Days Daisy? I should
She was very
know,
nice. I met her.
but crochet by Ami, designs by Ami. I'm gonna have it linked down in the bottom. but it calls for worsted weight yarn, and the squares end up like this big. They're huge. No, okay. Messages
So
coming.
you love when you read messages.
I dog walk for our friend Carrie's pet sitting business, and she was asking me a question about it. What was I saying? Oh, so that crochet, I think it's called like the Lazy Days Daisy, and what's nice about it is they're gigantic because it's worsted weight yarn, or maybe bulky, I don't know. And if you don't feel like making the whole blanket, she has a bag pattern where you only have to make like
Someone just
7
did
of them
someone
or
just did a
something.
pillow with 4 of those ones that I like. I don't know. I should just try it.
Try it,
I
see if
might
you
like
like
it. I have a feeling I'll be like, when can I knit again? But
So this is, I guess,
I like it
because I still have the friendship.
yeah,
But I want to talk to you about that Woolly Thistle shawl cap.
I'm gonna go look that up because I always like a good shawl.
And then I had another lesson with a lady, same thing. She had the pattern, she had everything. She had bought yarn from us. She's a knitter, but she used to crochet, and she was like, I think I can do it, but I just would like a little assistance. I said, you got it. And it's an awesome pattern. So it's called the Organic Ribbed Hat Family Pack, and it's by Jessica A. Chong at Crochet Nature. Comes in, the pattern is free. It has 8 sizes available. It is the perfect beginner. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, someone either got fired or I don't know what happened, but he just went in the parking lot and there's a car that's all keyed up.
Work drama.
She was like,
Finally over bronchitis, but that's what my rash is from. My medicines. Anyway, it's the perfect pattern if you are a beginner and you know just the basics and you want to do something that's not a huge project. So this is like a baby size.
oh, so cute.
You work it in a rectangle, seam it, and cinch the top.
Purple Debbie would like that.
It is so
It's like a big
fun.
soap sack.
It is. And this was another one. So this one is bigger, and you can fold the brim up.
Yeah, that looks good. Oh, that'd be so nice on a guy.
Right?
Like I could see Garrett wearing that. You look like you're letting your hair grow out. You're going crazy.
Right? So
Yeah, that's
stash.
nice.
I was stash busting with these. But it's a great pattern. So if you're a beginner, or even if you're just experienced and you want to make something really simple, good pattern. So I was very impressed by my people who had patterns that came for lessons. I liked what they had picked out.
I met a new lady. I was on Facebook the other night, and she wrote on our local page, "Does anyone knit around here? I'm knitting something for my new to be grandbaby, and I'm stuck and I need help." And I said, "I can help you." So she came over this week. She was lovely. Her name is Fran. Hi, Fran. She had one of those old patterns in those old books that like barely give you any directions. Like you need to figure it out, and it's old. And some of it was like so poorly written. And I was telling her, she doesn't even know what Ravelry is. She was taught to knit by her aunt years ago, but like she didn't know anyone knitted still. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Fran, just you wait.
Uh-huh.
And I said, when you go on now, you can see like people write notes. Like I'm a huge Ravelry project page person. A lot of people aren't. Chevy Rel, you are not. Because I had to text her privately because I'll show you, I'm making the LePouf. And I had questions, and I go, oh, she made one. I know she made one. I go on a Ravelry page. She has like 5 projects on there. I was like, so then I had to go through her podcasts and find the one where she talked about it. Trickier than it sounds, but anyway, yeah. So she had a pattern that you like couldn't figure out. So all right. So I have a whip.
So work. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to do your LePouf?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my LePouf.
LePouf.
It's my first fade. People are like shocked that it's my first fade. Mandy's like, what?
Yeah, but you have to have so much yarn.
And when it first came out, like fades, it confused me. I didn't know how to do it. So anyway, so this is the beginning of LePouf.
And is this a raglan style like we were talking about the other day?
Yeah. It's a weird.
Remember Valerie was saying she doesn't like raglan style?
So this is going to be, it's not, I want to say it's a kind of a cropped Cardi, and then it has long poofy sleeves that like cinch, and it's like poofy, and then it's cute and short, like it goes over a dress or like a longer shirt with jeans. Because I'm thick in the middle, I got to wear a longer shirt. Anyway, it's a fade. It's a free pattern on Ravelry by, I even wrote it down. Did I write it down? Yes. LePouf by Beata Jazik. Free pattern, size 6 needles, 5 skeins of fingering weight yarn, speckled, she said, and then you hold it double. So you start out with two of the one. Now, if you're gonna make this, here's what I would say. Chevy Rell explained it very well. She's really good about that in her podcast.
We are
so
not.
I'm gonna try. She suggested have your, like a scale. I have my food scale. Knit half of the ball, and then save that because you need it for the sleeves, okay? And then you take that half and you turn it into two, okay? Or weigh them. Grandpa's bringing my garbage cans. I have children and a husband that can do that. Whatever. Thanks, Dad. Okay, so I was knitting, and then you have to eventually like hold one, then drop one of those, and then pick up one of the second color, right?
Yep.
Knit, so it like starts to fade and speckle. Then you do 2 of that color, and then 2 of that, whatever. So the first color, do more of it than your half because it doesn't even get to the sleeve, so it's just sitting in my bag. I'm not gonna use it. And I'm already on my 4th skein.
Oh, right.
I should have knitted with my first to like here. Instead it like was here. You can
Did they explain that in the pattern?
Oh no. No. They just say use 5 skeins and whatever. It's free pattern. It's like, you're on your own. So that's why I was like, wait a second. I don't know how. And it's just says save enough for your sleeves. Well, how do I know how much to save? Right. So Chevis and Aquila in Maryland, I saw her knitting this in Maryland. We got together
Aquila
last
made
year.
it too?
No, Chevis. And I guess they talked it out at Aquila's house in the morning. And Aquila's like, they're both pretty smart people. And they were like, all right, if you do this, do that. And I'm like, yes, that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. And then I have, so I'm on my.
You're on your fourth color?
Yeah.
So this is your first color. Then the light gray is your second color.
Yep. Then this is my 3rd color.
Oh, that's
not
a third?
No, that's in there.
That's what I'm saying. So that's.
Yeah, but you speckle it.
Yeah, but that's still only your second color.
No, that's my 3rd.
What's your
I'll
second?
I'll show you my colors.
Oh, the darker yellow is your second.
1.
Got it.
2.
I was missing the darker yellow. I thought that was all one skein.
3. This was from Valerie. She gave it to me in Maryland. This was from Maryland's Bumblebee Acres. This is my next color. This is also Bumblebee Acres. No, this is from Joan, the Downton Abbey, upstairs, downstairs. A lot of this was given to me. And if I run out, I have this too.
Oh, nice.
And
you can always go back to the yellow because you're going to have extra yellow.
Yeah, but I think it's weird. I think a lot of people go light to dark. You don't have to.
But you could like do it like light to dark to light.
You could do whatever you want. There's no rules. So it's my first fade. It's been fun. It's quick. I just started it because I was in a knitting funk. It's so sad. I was in a funk because I did my Spark Cardi that I love so much, and then nothing could follow it. Oh, I loved it so much. So anyway, I have my food scale in my basket. No bread making.
I've been trying to lose weight, but we went on vacation and I just went for it.
Grandpa's
there's a spider!
Oh, I had a spider on my dashboard.
It's a jumpy one.
Move.
Jumpy spider.
I had a spider on my dashboard running back and forth yesterday, and I was like, she would have died.
I had it on my windshield today. Does Kevin watch this procedure here? Kevin Tischer?
Tishy, do you watch this?
If you do, Mom said you need to come home. We have boring bees and badminton rackets, and you were the best.
Yes. We are bee lovers. We have honeybees. We are all for the pollinators. But everything at our parents' house is made of wood. And we have boring bees they're going out of style.
Right here.
I mean,
They take hold. They. What do
the
they
carpenter
do?
bees, they just
eat
destroy.
holes.
Yeah, they just eat everything. They eat it. They eat the wood. They eat the structure. Bad. So we do get rid of the wasps, and we do trim down on the boring
everything
bees.
hatched yesterday.
I was in Vermont with snow on the mountain, And yesterday was like in the upper 50s, and there were flies on the snow. I was like, oh, come on. Their grass is brown. Nothing is even green yet. It's very green here. Very pretty.
It is.
Our trees are getting green.
Yep.
We need to mow
I mowed the front yard a little bit.
with a big mower.
I did. But that big mower to get in the barn makes me nervous. I feel like I'm going to take the things off. I mean, I have it all the way up.
I
And
was gonna
onion
take
grass,
that
that
off.
was this high.
Mom might be meaning by may be mowed. This is going to camp, but this is the same one.
The
we
little
had in
guy?
Camp. But
I see you got
Jason-
chains on the tires.
to get you out of the mud and go up the bank at the pond.
Oh, geez, don't go down the bank at the pond. Makes me nervous. Grandpa goes to hunting camp, and there's a big, beautiful pond, fishing pond. And when we go up, we just go up to fish. And there's a real steep embankment that goes up, and then it goes straight down into the pond.
No.
And it's all
Away
old
from the
guys. What?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
the one going back down into the orchard. Oh,
I'm just saying, there's a lot of old guys,
yeah.
and there's a lot of drinking whiskey. I'm just saying,
Do you still
somebody,
have the
somebody
alcohol,
might
like,
come
in a-
over in the jug.
Oh.
There's a jug that gets added to.
Every
It's like worse than like the college bathtub. What was that?
Oh,
What was that?
Jungle
juice.
No, this was
camp juice.
this was bad. End of the season.
Old recliner juice.
They emptied all the bottles of whatever.
All the
anybody brought,
bottles.
And then it's probably 20, 30 years old.
That'll kill your rash.
Yeah, I need it. I have a rash. I think I had a bad allergic reaction to some medication for my bronchitis.
Okay. You need a half and half.
Nope, no thank you.
Oh, I
I
like
put
half and
cortisone
halves.
cream on and it helped.
But wait a minute.
No,
half and halves will kill the worms, kill the germs, and make childbirth a pleasure.
Ew. Just go away.
So does an epidural. Okay.
What? A bird.
Yeah, what kind of-
Hello, little bird. Finch.
I don't know if Buddy will eat it. I called Hungry Puppy today. Their trainer is no longer working because she had to have
She's old lady.
joint replacement surgeries
Yep.
and stuff.
So they're not doing any training.
No, it was on their website, but I called anyway, and she said no. He
I
had
can-
surgery.
I can teach you what they teach you.
Sure.
But they teach you how to teach
Oh, it's
the
all
dog.
me.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that.
they teach you how to teach the dog.
Oh, buddy, look, isn't that cute? Isn't that nice when you jump all over people and bite the old dog?
Poor Harper.
It was so old. His poor hip went out. But he's a lot. He's a lot. He's a lot. He's a good. He's so sweet though. This is a lot. He's good at night when he's sleeping. He's so sweet when he goes to sleep.
We took Sunny on vacation with us. It was her first long drive, and she did awesome. I was so proud of her.
I knew she'd be fine.
I did too. That's why we took her, and we're gonna take her this summer. We're hopefully going to Maine this summer. So if you have any recommendations on what we should do on our summer vacation
Call
to
Maureen.
Maine is huge.
Why no? We don't have any plans. So
Call
where should we
Maureen.
go? What
Call
should we
Maureen.
do?
Maureen
I'll
Milligan.
call Maureen.
She's on
Who
Facebook.
has the camp? Who has the camps?
We used to go to Maine every summer.
There's a brown wasp.
Aren't you glad you tuned into this podcast?
Oh, we are. All right, you gotta go. We're rambling way too much. All right.
Mucho goodbye.
Mucho goodbye. Adios.
We'll have to check that and see what we're editing out.
Yeah.
See, and that's what happens. You go in the coop, and then you're there for hours. And
All
then
right.
your family's like, are you feeding us today?
And then we're gonna stop in case we have to edit. Did we just cut back to this point? I don't know. Maybe.
All right, here's my other whip.
A whip.
This is for our basement podcast.
We're collecting stuff to decorate the wall.
So, in my funk, I was like, I gotta knit something. So, using leftover from my Spark Cardi, I'm making, it's not a, Chase said it looks like I'm making a bathing suit top.
Ooh,
I am
sexy knit
making-
lingerie.
Can you imagine?
No.
Okay.
Do you guys make knit lingerie and knit swimwear?
You know what I've seen that's really cute? That little, like, if I was skinny, that little, like, top, knitted top to wear, like, under overalls and stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very cute. I'm too fat.
I see some
So I knitted 6 of these little things. This is the, oh, here come the kids. This is why we should always do it in the basement.
They're
The
good when they're sleeping too.
The trellis bunting by Julia Marsh.
I'll hold.
It is free.
2.
I made 6 of them. Now what I have to do is make a long I-cord that will attach them, right? And they'll all hang, and little tassels at the bottom. And then my plan is to overstitch cheers.
Chase, I made you a...
It looks like a bikini.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Is that a real worm? Nope. Not a real worm. Okay, goodbye. His hair.
So I made 6 of them, and I'm gonna do cheers.
He had a birthday this week. How old are you?
9.
Okay, now go away. 18. Oh, you're singing the multiplication song? 9, 18, 27, 36.
Oh yeah, wait, slingshot kind of cool.
Of course it did. Okay, goodbye.
Take 2.
Back to what we were talking
Our
about.
children and stuff. Anyway, this is the trellis bunting. I made 6 little triangles.
She made little bikinis.
And then I will make I have to crochet. You may have to help me.
I'll crochet it.
Crochet the thing, and you attach it
Crochet.
as you go. And I'm gonna make tassels. Then I'm going to embroider, or what do you call that overstitch thing? Cheers, right? See, so I made 6. I had it CHEERES. Cheers. That.
Did you do an exclamation point?
No, just cheers. I would have to make another triangle. I always
Odd numbers
I
are
could.
better.
And that's true. And I thought we could hang it behind us when we have to do the basement episodes. Okay, so that was my plan. I don't know what color I'm going to do. I'm trying to decide if should I do alpaca colors, natural colors, or
it's
fun.
gotta
I
be
just feel like it's got to be
colors.
fun.
Fun. I've got tons of like cotton.
In my heart, I am like, I want to have the beautiful natural colored one color sweaters, and then I get bored and I make all the colorful stuff. Also, I laughed yesterday. I am also the person that goes through stages of, I want to be like Paige. I want to like
I want to be so mindful.
I want to grow my own food.
I want to be Paige when I
and
grow
make
up.
my own clothes and be thoughtful about everything and eat super healthy. And then I also am the girl that wants a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, and that's where I went yesterday.
So
I was like, this is
Wait,
what this is.
that's
I
funny.
literally go from being like, I want to make everything myself and have it all healthy to that.
So that's funny. So we were on our way home from Vermont yesterday, and we were going to stop at Big Moose Deli, and I was excited because they have really good pulled pork, and the kids were going to get pulled pork. Nick was going to get a wrap or something. Well, there's not a lot of traffic, so they're not serving sandwiches.
Has this been in the way the whole entire time? I think so. No sandwiches. You couldn't get a sandwich?
Nope.
What'd you eat? Chips.
McDonald's.
I love
And Nick does not like McDonald's, and the kids were like,
I love
the
it.
kids didn't even want us to stop at Big Moose Deli because they were like, we want McDonald's, and Nick was like,
Horrible.
no.
It's so bad for you, and it's so good. But yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
They're kind of being quiet.
So there's been lots of interruptions. I don't know how. I'll edit a little bit.
I
I'll try
thought
to
I would-
not bore you too much.
I'm going to show you what I'm drinking too because I'm really excited because we don't get this around here.
Oh.
Switchback Ale,
Cool.
made in Vermont, up in Burlington. 100% employee owned, 100% naturally conditioned, 100% unfiltered.
Very cool.
100% Vermont made.
Nice.
It's good beer and I can only get it in Vermont. And I brought a couple home.
Very nice. All right, so for knitting and crochet, I think that's everything that
I
I
ha-
have.
I
I have
have-
my Mountain Mist, but you guys have seen it. I'm just on the body. I think you guys have seen it. It's boring. It's my baseball knitting.
I want to talk about soap sacks real quick.
Sure. Well, that's
So
a
I-
pretty color.
I know I've talked about soap sacks many, many times. But I realized that, so you don't have to follow a pattern. They have a lot of patterns on their website for knit, crochet, and for sewing, I believe.
Why don't you quickly explain what it is in case someone's new?
Okay, so Soap Sacks is S.A.C.K, supporting a community with kindness. So what they are is you take inexpensive cotton yarn, which they now sell at the dollar store, so really inexpensive, which is now the $1.25 store by us. And you make these little sacks. You should aim for 4 inches by 6 inches. And then once they're done and ends are sewn in, you fill it with a bar of soap in its original packaging, and then you donate them to food shelters. So,
And there's tags on the website you can print out yourself, right?
So if you go to, I think it's resources on the website, there's tags, and you just click on it and you can print out the tags. She has all different ones. She has some in Spanish, some in English, and you can, there's like, they say all different things, but basically it says support a community with kindness, and this is made with cotton yarn. You can use it like a washcloth with the soap in it, right? Like you put your soap in it,
That's
and then
what I
it's like a
do.
washcloth and a soap all in one, which is what I do. Otherwise, it's just basically like a little gift pouch kind of for the soap. The people can do whatever they want with it once they get it, but they can't get soap with food stamps and stuff like that. So it's great. It's a great thing to do. You can look at your local churches, local food pantries, schools if you have like low income schools.
It's also great
Low-income
for
housing.
if you have kids in school that are looking to do community service, National Honor Society, if they can collect soap,
Yes.
if they don't crochet or knit.
Because
you can
soap
have
is
them.
expensive.
Yeah, so
Everything
but I'll
is.
link the website.
Yes.
It's our friend Stacy. She does a great job. She donated a ton to our senior living affordable housing
Yeah, they're
communities that
awesome.
we have.
So
It's
also,
a nice thing to do.
if you want to make them, you can just drop them off here at the farm. If you don't want to take it to an actual place by you, if you don't know where to take it, you don't even have to fill them with soap. You can just do it like this. Make these. They're nice and light. Pop them in a box. Send them to us if you're not local, and we will get them to where they need to go. I'm happy to do that. I love doing it. So I am working on 100 right now. I'd like to have 100 for the food drive that our guild donates to it. But that's in November, so we'll have plenty by November.
I'm grandpa.
But that's that. Anyway, so my pattern, the way that I do them, it's not on the website, and I find it's really, really easy.
Is this the one that Purple Debbie's doing too?
Yeah, so
she's
I-
been making a ton.
Yeah, so I've shown a few friends lately. I showed Joan how to make them. I showed Debbie how to make them. So I'm actually going to start doing classes here at the farm. I think it will be fun. It's going to be $25. It's going to include the yarn, and $10 of the $25 is going to go towards soap donation. So it's a fun way, and kids can do it too. You basically just have to know how to single crochet, and I can teach you the rest. So the pattern will include the single crochet version, a double crochet version, or no, a half double and a double. And they don't take that long to make, especially once you're experienced and you just whip through them. They're worked in the round in a big spiral like that. And then you make a little loop at the top, so you can either put a loop or a drawstring on the top. I find that the loop's just a little bit easier, and we actually use them in our house, and I like the loop better.
Yep, I have one. It hangs in my shower.
The drawstring always gets taken out in our house, and I don't want it to end up down the drain. So soap sacks are a great thing, and it's great to do for your community, and they're fun to make. And like Debbie said, Debbie did a blog post the other day. Oh, you should link Debbie's blog post.
Oh, okay.
She did it for it. And it just feels good when, like, you feel good when you're making them.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just sitting there watching TV and you're like, I don't know,
Make
you're
somebody
making
happy.
something nice. Yeah.
Especially when I did all of our food donations and affordable housing, and to see how excited they were about the toilet paper and the paper towels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That maybe we take for granted.
I don't. It's too expensive.
It is expensive.
Mom was just saying that she saw or read something today that an average family's grocery bill is $400 more a month this year than last year. And I said, yeah, I can.
And I'm
100%.
sending Dalton grocery money,
Mhm.
and so I'm supporting this crew here, and then him in Pittsburgh, and it's been I'm almost done. He's gonna graduate.
It's grocery. I can't believe my grocery bills. And I said to Nick, I'm like, we need to like actually really focus on our garden this year and like
I'm so excited about the garden.
make stuff.
The gourd trellis is so cool.
So we'll put some videos
cool.
in.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll put some video, and then as it's growing over the summer, I'm so excited. I said it last time. I have hope, but we have a fence now.
Yeah.
And
With a
I
fence.
really like the fence is gonna help. I'm excited.
I'm gonna
the
plant my
garden.
potatoes this weekend because I read that we can plant them
You can do like
mid-April
lettuce
here.
right now. So yeah, so that's gonna be happening soon. All right, so I have read a couple books and I watched some stuff that I wanted to talk about. Have you read anything?
I have read a lot, but it's on my phone and I listen and like
Yeah. Well, I've been listening too.
I'm listening to the Henna Artist right now.
Okay, that one.
That's our
I
Patreon book.
Yeah, so our Patreon, we have a book club once a month. So last month we read 100 Years of Lenni and Margot. And I don't know if we talked about it last podcast, but I loved it. You liked it.
I liked it.
I loved it. I felt like most of the people in the book club liked it. We
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I think everyone enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
So I recommend that one. I really liked it. And then we just read All the Broken Places. That was for April's book club. We're going to talk about that.
Which I love.
She loved. I liked. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It was
heavy.
rough. It was heavy. It was heavy. And it was told from a different perspective. And I got a little bit like nervous because our group we have a couple women that are Jewish, and it was
told from
the German point of view. And I was like, "Ooh, this is like rough," but
It was heavy.
so I finished, and I'm glad. I mean, I liked it. It was good, but I was like, whoa.
It was well written, didn't you think?
Very well written.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need something like easy and cute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as soon as I finished that, I was like, I need like
something light. Because we picked
light.
the henna artist, but I put it on hold. I didn't have it yet. So I'm reading The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. And Catherine Center is the woman who writes the books that Seashore Sharon recommends to me.
Romance.
So it's a little spicy little romance. It's like adorable, cute. So this girl is like she's a bodyguard, but she doesn't look like a bodyguard because then she doesn't want to draw attention. But she usually does like businessmen, like they're traveling to France for a meeting and they just
need
need
like a cop like that.
Yes, they're like
She's
yes,
undercover.
Yes. Is she
Yeah.
still undercover? But yes, we have a cousin like that. You'd never know. She's like undercover drug agent. Anyway,
She's a soccer mom.
so it's this woman, and it's like an actor whose mom is going through cancer treatment, and he comes home to like Texas, but doesn't want anybody to he's had stalkers in the past, right? So she has to be his thing, and he wants her to pretend that she's his girlfriend. Where do you think it's going?
Love it.
They're on a ranch
I'm gonna put it on
in
my list.
Texas.
Love
so I was listening to it, but I have trouble with listening sometimes. I'm like, as it gets warmer out, I just want the book. I want the book. And I didn't love the narrator, but I liked the story. So I was like, I want to read this. So I ran to the library. They had it. So I got it from the library. But look at this adorable bookmark that was in the book. I'm giving it to Purple Debbie when I'm done. It's a magnet.
Oh, so you gave Wade the magnet ones years ago.
It's a magnet. That's flip flops.
So
it's a little magnet.
you gave Wade Harry Potter ones.
Oh, I did?
Years ago when he was like super into it, and they're the magnets like that.
Okay, it's awesome.
Which I'm so sad about Harry Potter franchise.
Okay, there
so
was
disappointed.
that they're doing this thing on HBO.
I'm just disappointed with her. Like, what a jerk. She's a jerk.
No, I don't really know the story, but I know people are upset. There's a new.
Oh, it's her. It's her.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't like Harry. Sorry, Mandy. I'm sorry. I didn't like Harry Potter. Mandy's always like.
Well, most people will be on your side now because everybody's boycotting Harry Potter. Because she's anti-gay, anti-trans, anti all of it.
Any of that.
She's not, and she's like vocal about it. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know any of that. I don't pay attention. Like if Harry Potter, I don't.
Yeah, you don't pay attention to anything.
I'm not.
Harry Potter
I didn't
world.
like it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in that.
I don't want to say I didn't like Harry Potter. I just couldn't. It's not my thing.
And it's disappointing because my son loves
Yeah.
it. You know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I don't want to support her.
No. Oh well.
Because she's very
well
vocal about
done.
it. Anyway.
So that's that. That's what I'm reading, and I'm loving it. It's super cute. But I watched. Did you watch my comedy special yet?
Which
My
one?
Leanne Morgan.
Well, I've seen her before,
I haven't.
but I don't know that I've seen a whole stand up. Like I've seen her plenty on. I've seen
Feels like
yeah.
it was her first Netflix special ever. Like her whole family came out. I feel like it was her
yeah,
first.
like I've seen clips of her. Like
okay, Leanne
she's
Morgan
funny.
from
Southern.
Tennessee, Southern. I Rick went to bed. Okay, I was working the other day, Tuesday, and I heard her on the Today Show, like where my desk is, and then my living room's in the other room. And I heard her. I'm like, that lady's funny. Didn't know what she looked like. I was like, she's funny. And I heard her say something. Her name was Leanne, so of course I heard that. Oh, her name's Leanne. And as my mom liked to point out, if I was a boy, my name was going to be Morgan, and the girl's name is Leanne Morgan. And at night, Rick went to bed, and I'm like, oh, that's that lady that was on the stage. So we watched it. I woke him up. I laughed so hard. I was so loud.
Oh, good. I'll watch it tonight.
And
maybe.
But you might be too young for it. I think so. She's 57.
I like her other. Like I've seen.
But I don't know if you can relate. Like I could relate, and she's older than me. But it's a lot of like, I don't want to say like perimenopause and menopause and like husband stuff and raising kids, but she has the 3 kids and COVID, she got heavy, and how she used to be like hot and skinny. Oh, she is so funny. Purple Debbie can't join. Okay.
Oh, bummer.
All right, we were just talking about you. Oh, Purple Debbie. I laughed so hard, like I was cackling and I couldn't stop. And Rick came in and was like, what are you watching? Well, there's your spider. That's what was in my car. So anyway, highly recommend. I thought it was hysterical.
Well,
you might like it or not, but I loved it.
We watched Unstable this week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
I haven't watched it yet. Mom told me to watch it.
So I love Rob Lowe, and I like his son. So his son is usually like in the background when he's like on talk shows and stuff. Like he goes with him, but he's in it too. And I just like, and they're father and son in the show. And I don't think Rob Lowe acts. I think that's just who he is.
We were talking about that. We're like, who doesn't
Jason
act?
Bateman doesn't act. Paul Rudd doesn't act. All those guys. They're like that's just who they are. They like people. I think write things based off of who they are, so they don't have to act. Because it's just funny. Oh,
all right.
Well,
the dog's barking. I think we finished our stuff. We have to make dinner, and then we're going to podcast. No, we're doing that now. We're going to Zoom.
I don't even know what I'm making for dinner.
I have chicken thighs marinating in tzatziki.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put them in some tortillas. I was going to make homemade naan today, but you need Greek yogurt, and I didn't have any plain. I had cinnamon. I thought that would be weird.
Some plain.
Oh, well. All right, I think that's it.
And the kids are getting rowdy.
It's going to be an editing fun night for me.
There'll be a chop and then a replacement. And now all the dogs are going in the neighborhood.
Oh, they all go. Every house has dogs. Okay. All right. I think
I'm
that's
going to spin the camera around just so you can see where we are.
Yeah, and see the
Ready?
craziness.
So, we got alpacas, a barn. That's our house. The dog's probably over there. We got kids playing wiffle ball. More alpacas. Okay. Have a great day.